Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron for Kaiserreich Socialist Greece. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So we've just had the revolution. We can immediately, we negative 130 political power. I mean, that's not great, but, you know, could be worse, I guess. And we can join the International right away. So you know what? Boom, there we go. So you got some research slots available. Right now it's mid 38. We'll go 39 construction as well as 39... 36 military support. I think that seems good. Be a part of the International, 50 political power, slowly getting us out of the hole. And the old order has been overthrown. Okay, so we can have monarchy sympathies increase. We actually get a little bit more support for syndicalism as well. But let's do the first Hellenic Congress. Again, we're probably going to go syndicalist in this playthrough. You know, let's also go for Appended Doctrine here. Fantastic. Anything else we got? Join the International Research Faction. Absolutely. So nothing too crazy. Basically, who you would expect to be in the... if Philistine International is in there. Mexico, are you totalist? You are. Which means that Mexico is not going to join the International. But honestly, that's okay. Right? Like... I mean, it should be fine. No, Mexico will probably intervene in the American Civil War when or if Canada gets themselves involved. They're supporting the federal government, so I don't think... I mean, little MacArthur here. I don't think he's going to be living too much longer. Let me just put it that way. He's got to be close to collapsing, right? Yeah, like as soon as they lose either Washington or Denver. Apparently Washington's actually not the capital. It's Denver right now. Okay, so the Republican Army is being crushed in Brazil, which means that Brazil is now going to be a... I'm pretty sure absolute monarchy, but I actually don't quite know if they're absolutist or constitutionalist. Okay, we've got the Revolutionary Front against basically all of Central America. If Salvador can pull this off, I would be amazed. But I don't see that happening. So good luck, but you are 100% fricked. Right now, yeah, you're all in the Liberal Pact, which usually means you probably will join up with the Entente. Or maybe the Reichspakt. But I'd imagine more likely the Entente. Or I guess you could be neutral as well. Okay, we'll go Interwar Fighter 1, upgrade Tactical Bombers, be Tactical Bomber 1 as well. We do need a little bit of rubber. A -4 on you right now. Let's trade with Indochina, I think seems reasonable. A reasonable trade there. How's our army actually doing right now? We have 13 divisions. But Texas makes his move, refusing to accept the conversion of Greece into a socialist state, and Otis Texas has gathered together a large army of loyal soldiers and generals and started a rebellion in the north. The intention is to forcibly overthrow the government and return it to its natural state. World tension goes up. Colonel Autocrats will start a civil war. Right now they have 2% support, so good luck with that. The key becomes ruling party, and he must be stopped. Okay, so get our units over here immediately. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you down by 1. These units immediately need to make their way over to this front. I'm actually going to make you into 2 separate armies to make this a little bit easier. We're going to assign you here, and then you need to immediately strategically deploy ASAP. Okay, so we can't do this. Is it because we're in Civil War? Yeah, okay. So I guess we will take out loans. Get a little bit more party support, which is okay. And the northern part of the country right now seems fairly open right now, which is nice. Okay, Brazil is immediately joining the Entente. You guys are still doing okay. France immediately wants some support. All my air forces should be over Greece. I don't know why you are 2 separate air forces, but there we go. You have 48%. You should be able to defend yourself. Germany and Austria will probably defend the monarchist element in the north. Or are you monarchist? I think so. I want to bring some more forces into the country, or not in the country, into this little slot. Move some more units in. We're at 93%. Dutch Revolution. So the International is having, I would say, a pretty good game at the moment. For 93%, you're going to get pushed back a little bit. Dutch Indies to join the Entente, Bahati Kami to join the Third International. So, I mean, the International is looking very good. You're in the Entente, which is fine. I mean, actually, the Entente's having a pretty good game, all things considered. You're going to bring more units down south. You guys have like no organization, so I want to see if we can maybe put a little bit of pressure here if we can. So you are a reactionary corps, so maybe we can move our way in that direction as well. Let's go for superior firepower. 3 units here. I'm going to take some of you guys away. I'm going to have you not nighttime mode. I'm going to have you redeploy as quickly as you can over to here. If you want to take over this city, or you want to take over here, I'm going to actually move on to that province right away, with you moving your way down south. And then I'm going to have everybody move their way into the capital. Bulgaria, thank you for the support. Which gets you now down to 45%. We don't care. I mean, if they want to go take Corfu, that's completely okay. I'm not going to worry about that. For 87%. And I think in just a mere moment, then comes bed to Burma. You have support from Russia, Germany, and the Austrians. But they're actually spawning over here, probably because that's where the actual port is. We have 1 international division. We have a single tank division. But I'm pretty sure we own every single city. And just like that, my friends. 3,500 guns, 1 artillery piece, and 4 equipment. We did... Actually, no, we didn't even lose any units. Oh, hell yeah. We're so good. And just like that. I mean, how long did that Civil War even last? Revolution in Burma, country... I thought it said it did create some moral tension, but maybe not. Oh, no, there, May 11th. Oh, it was like 3... It's the 3-week rebellion. Like little babies. Oh, but also, thank you for all the guns. I do greatly appreciate that. Also, it probably would make sense for us to actually have 2 separate armies instead of having just 1. So delete that. We'll assign this commander in. You'll be on the border of Bulgaria. Just because I don't trust Bulgaria. Primarily due to the fact... Also, am I in the International? Okay, we rejoin the International. I'm going to give 2,000 guns to the CSA. But, like, me and Bulgaria, we do absolutely hate each other. We have similar ideology. But we despise each other right now. Oh, Bulgaria, like, if they were to join the International, all tension in the area would immediately cool off. So that's what they should do. If they want to be nice to me. The Internal Thracian Revolutionary Organization. Ever since our victory in the Balkan War and the defeat of Bulgaria, the provinces we've annexed from them have been unruly. Bulgarian population there refused to accept the rule, and the mountainous region of Thrace either resisted organizations of field day and organized themselves and staying out of the reach of our forces. The Raj's government in Bulgaria seems to have learned how to take advantage of this movement, however, and have conscripted the former Bulgarian army officer Dmitry Mazadov to establish a united resistance organization in the southern provinces. It's part of the success of the IMRO in Serbia. They've announced their presence in the Internal Thracian Revolutionary Organization, fighting to the deplorable conditions of the Thracian Bulgarians, officially proposing a free Thracian state, while really just seeking to reclaim these lands for Bulgaria. The ITRO staged terror bombing, assassinations, village attacks without restraint. So very cool, very cool. Thank you, Bulgaria, for that. Again, you'd think we'd be on the same side. Again, we're both just different flavors of socialists. We should be friends with each other. Also, I've got the backing of Paris, which, I mean... We kind of have, like, I guess, what, like, the Greek-Bulgarian split? I mean, everyone, because we're in the International, we've got the backing of, essentially, the international community. Bulgaria, you are just a, like, pariah state now. You'll be done soon. After that, we can once again reestablish our first Congress here. We'll prepare an invasion into Bulgaria. Just because I just don't trust them in any capacity. Okay, Carl of Spain's been annexed by Kingdom of Spain. But I still think the Iberian Federation has the highest likelihood of actually coming out on top here. Which again would be good. I mean, we're just having a really solid campaign here. The Pact of Organization. The Serbian Republic is proposing to deepen ties in Balkan nations through economic union. We should sign our pact and economic council will be formed to coordinate trade and economic interests for its member states. We will undoubtedly benefit from this close economic alliance. Yeah, I mean, of course we'll benefit it. I mean, right now you guys are, we got We got the market liberals, the national populists, and the syndicalists here, all having one happy economic union, presumably. I don't know if that's actually a modifier here. Being of Yugoslavia gives you attack and defense bonuses against them. I'm assuming at some point we'll get a pop about that. And excellent, we've had the Pact of Construction, which is 50% construction speed. Well, to a closer, prosperous Balkans. So we've got me, Serbia, and Romania. So again, the national populist, syndicalist, market liberal economic union here. Albania decided not to join. Bulgaria couldn't join. So who did you get backing from? You have Lend-Lease. Oh no, you're supporting these other countries in their wars. Okay, so you're supporting Burma, Indochina, and Bharti Commune. And I'm assuming most of you are probably backing, the same states, which is not a huge surprise. Bharti Commune is not doing so hot right now. But Hyderabad and the Dominion of India are not at war with each other. If they were, we might see something here work, but... National focus. Let's once again try to have our Congress before it was so rudely interrupted by reactionary elements in the country. So how are you guys doing? You don't have you're not at war with the Italian Republic. Which is good, but it could easily swing in a... If they were to declare war, they might be able to quickly sweep up cities in the north. Which would be worrying. Let's just put it like that. But again, like, if we have the Dutch, we've got all of Scandinavia. And I believe eventually we will have the Iberians as well. Like, we're going to be in a completely happy state. And with Russia as well. I mean, Finland's basically completely politically isolated. Russia owns the Baltics already. And potentially we might see Lithuania have a revolution as well, which... I mean, usually happens most of the time is that Lithuania declares independence from the Reichspakt and again immediately gets killed. But I mean, if they can revolt and then immediately join up with Russia and allow Russian troops to move into the area, so it could play out differently. Let's just put it that way. Especially if Serbia and Romania were to join up with Russia into the Moscow Accord, which is something that we do want. Because then we could also just deploy units into Serbia, deploy units into Romania, and support their front lines against the Austrians. So it'll probably be like our main ambition here. Okay, Argentina, they did take... You're at war with Chile. I do think Chile's going to end up losing this war. Just since they got cut in half by Argentina there. Okay, so let's deploy these two units. We'll deploy them for now on the Albanian front, because Albania could very easily join up with Austria, which would make them an enemy of our state. Let's also research trucks. Probably having trucks to be able to make supply lines would be important. How many trains do we have? 15. We probably should try to build some... Probably try to build at least a handful of trains, just in case. And then we'll also build a handful of trucks when we can. Okay, Rome has fallen. We do want more manpower when we can. It looks like the Papal State will collapse. You're getting a lot of volunteer forces from Sweden, Britain, and France, which is nice. And you have a nice little naval invasion in the south. Again, I think the SRI is doing fairly well for themselves. Hopefully, again, the Italian Republic just stays out of it. They don't approach. So let's get these guys ready to actually move their way into Albania. Assuming, of course, you are willing to align yourselves with the Austrians. It might be too late for that. Cannot approach us. I mean, Albania could have just said no. Like, that's possible. Okay, we need a little bit more steel, but -2 steel. I think that basically just means that we're not producing our convoys as efficiently as we can, but who cares? And the First Hellenic Congress. Syndicalists and trade union leaders from across the country met in Athens this week to discuss the future of the Hellenic Socialist Republic. Where does it belong in the international socialist community? How will its economy be restructured? What is to be done with the remaining Republican and monarchists who will surely struggle against a new order? In the end, the Congress turned to struggle into two men. The acting chairman, Nicholas Zacharias, and a charismatic general, Athonius Klaras. Klaras' vision for Greece is much less forgiving and far more geared towards turning the country into a military power. Zacharias argues that the path will destroy Greece in the end. Again, what I think we want to do, we'll get to some stability. I think we're going to keep KK into power here. Our no socialist regime has declared all treaties with the Balkan Economic Council null and void, effective immediately. Well, that's a little sad. I mean, right now I still have the pact of the organization. If we find ourselves at war with any members of the Economic Union, the council will be disbanded and we will lose all benefits. Well, apparently the events didn't actually remove that penalty, so... Also, can I still do... I mean, we can still do Balkan Cooperation here. Yeah, void debts, which negative 100 political power, but we get more stability. You also give us 100 political power, so that kind of cancels each other out. So between these two, we're effectively getting 15% stability. Turkish thaw. Will Turkey give me territory? They could, theoretically. You know, let's do a diplomatic path. Let's see maybe if we can reestablish ties with Serbia and Romania. Like, I wouldn't mind doing so. But they might immediately, like, reject the offer because we're socialist. Which, I mean, I guess is reasonable if you're market liberal and also national populist to reject our overtures. But they should agree to it. They should all realize that Greece has a very important part to play in the Balkan community. Is this just a 50% bonus? I mean, I like the bonuses, man. 50% is pretty nice. Do we have any cheap... I mean, we don't even have tanks? Okay, that's pretty bad. Naval bombers, I honestly don't care too much about. Do we have naval invasion tech? We do. Okay, that is important. Give me a 38 research. Apparently, a bunch of our other allies already have it, so it's 50% cost, which is very nice. I do like the research bonuses. It at least allows most countries not to fall completely behind in tech. Especially if you're one of the countries that only get like 2 research slots or something like that. Right now we have, well, I guess we have 4. 4 is a reasonable number. I think 4 is like average, right? I think 5 is good, 3 is bad, 4 is average. I think there's like 1 or 2 countries in Kaiserreich that can maybe get 6. And there's some countries that only have 2. But usually the ones that have 2 usually will get a 3rd or a 4th eventually. Okay, the Qing are now at war with more people. They declared themselves at war with the League of Southeast Provinces. And the federal government is at war with the Yunnan clan and the Hunan clique. We actually have 3 factions right now in China. I'm trying to think, I think a research bonus is just for limited time bonus. And I think that limited time bonus was specifically a resource gain efficiency tech bonus. Also, 2 things. 1, the Kumo Khanate actually managed to win their war. Very impressive. But aside from that, did they change the color of the Philippines? I feel like the Philippines is significantly more purple than they used to be. But I might just be wrong on that, but I also don't think that I am. So Bulgaria, I mean, we could maybe improve relations. Daily cost of 0.4. We have different ideologies. It doesn't really take into account that we're both kind of both revolutionary states. Oh, and the Qing are now at war with the Fedian government. Okay, so the Qing have a 2-front war that they have to deal with. Tibet has somehow pushed their way into Mongolia. You know what? Good for them. Good for them. Also, Naples has now been completely surrounded. I think that the 2 Sicilies might die before the Italian Republic gets themselves involved. And if that were to happen, the Italian Republic would probably fall pretty quickly. If the SRI only has to focus on that one front. And that would make for a... Okay, well, they declared no war now, so that kind of gets rid of that argument. It might be because they took Naples that they want to intervene right away. But I will say, right now, Two Sicily's not having a great time. But they might lose Turin, like, right now. No, okay, they look like they have some units deployed in the area. They're not going to lose immediately, but just fairly soon. I mean, we could send... You know, let's send some air volunteers over there. You can send over the 30 planes. We have some bombers here. We just got to split them up a little bit, have them fly over, combine, boom. Now we're sending 87. They have 100 aircraft here. Gonna have you effectively bomb the south. We have 87 planes here, but we have, like, no actual support. So, you know what? Just hold off for a moment. 59 fighters, 100 fighters. Who's actually providing said fighters? It is Two Sicilies, okay. Through the efforts of the Economic Council and our allies, the benefits gained from further regional integration is significantly improved. The research speed is now better. We also get max actions in state. Apparently, they have not realized that we are... Did they not kick us out? I thought it clearly said they were going to kick us out, but apparently not. Let's get some Balkan Cooperation. I want Serbia and Romania to like me, because again, when the Second Weltkrieg breaks out, Serbia and Romania will hopefully join up with Russia, and all three of us combined can kill the Austrians, right? That at least is my hope. Let's go one military factory right now in central Greece. It's actually got 100% construction speed bonus, so I'm happy to see that. And I want to make sure you guys... Let's only operate missions during the daytime. Nighttime has a higher chance, I think, of air accident, which I'd prefer to minimize. Because we can't really afford losing too many aircraft. Pull some units off this front with Bulgaria, just because they're taking supply issues. Is it just because they're in the mountains? No, just do... Oh, is the state providing a penalty? Yeah, both these states actually are just providing penalties for us. Division speed, max attrition. So they just lose 10%. They just lose 10% just because they're standing in that state. Look, Bulgaria, we should be on the same side, okay? But yet, you make a mockery of us and the entire international community. You absolute jerks. Okay, it does look like the Italian Republic is getting slowly pushed back. World tension at 72. The Second Weltkrieg could begin very soon. Potentially. I don't know what would kick it up by 3% within the next year. Actually, no, the Cairo Pact War. I think that's a 5% penalty. We lose a little bit of world tension because we're not doing the pledgy ideas. But no, yeah, no, I think the Cairo Pact invading the Ottoman Empire is a 5% boost, which means that the Second Weltkrieg could begin in like January. Also, somehow the European Federation completely collapsed. I don't know how that happened. But the Second Weltkrieg could begin very soon. Like possibly by January or February, depending on like what these people actually end up doing. Because this should the Congress not end? I mean, it's already December. The Congress should have ended by now. Okay, we got a naval invasion down in the south. Can you fully cover this entire area? So our bombers are still in great shape. And there's our trucks. We do need to build some trucks. We'll take one off rifle production for now. How many guns do we actually have in storage? I mean, 7,000 is not bad, seeing as the size of our army is pretty small. But it's still not as many guns as I would like. But I do think now that we're also... I hate get night time off here. Now that we're on the eve, potentially, of the Second Weltkrieg, this will be a good time for us to end this episode. Thanks to everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoyed, thumbs down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.